Hey everybody, what's going on? Today is Monday, October the 24th, and we got 8 games today on the schedule. It's a new week, so let's check out today's action. And the first game we got the Pacers and the Sixers. The Sixers uh, took the third straight loss of the season after going down to the Spurs at home. Very, very bad loss for the Sixers. These are the type of games that they cannot afford to drop in this what is to be expected a tight race in the Eastern Conference. I did expect them to finish in one of the top positions in the East. So far, I know it's real early. It's only 3 games in the season, but they are not playing well. The Pacers also not much to really talk about here. They picked up their first win of the season against the Pistons. This is a team that, like I've said plenty of times, will most likely finish in one of the bottom 2, 3 spots of the Eastern Conference. The Sixers at 12.5. I had them at minus 12, estimated at minus 12, and just nothing really going on here. Who's going to bet on the Sixers? Who's going to lay 12.5 points on the Sixers the way they're playing? Not me. The next game, Orlando, New York. I had New York at minus 9. Over here, the books have New York with a 7.5 points. This is a tough game to cap. Both teams have been very competitive in these first games of the season, despite the records. Okay, the Knicks have split their first two, 1-1. The Magic are 0-3, but have been competitive in all three other games. This is also another very tough game to cap. Um, so uh, we're probably going to skip this. We're going to skip this game, and only if we see something during the live or maybe a second half line, depending on how things go. Next game, we got Toronto, Miami. I had Miami as a 4.5 point favorite. Um, since I had in mind that Scotty Barnes would most likely be missing from this game, word from their coach Nick Nurse said that he expected him to miss some time after he sprained his ankle in the game that they played against each other a couple days ago. Now he's listed as a game time decision, so um, uh, we'll just have to wait and see because he is an important player for the Raptors, and if he is missing, that should play its significant role. So we'll stay away from this game and wait until we get more confirmation on whether he'll be in or out and see some possible line movement. And the next thing we got Boston playing at Chicago. Boston, I had them estimated in this game. I had the line estimated at a minus 5. The books are giving him minus 6. Um, Also, if we take a look here on Pinnacle, they're also getting 6 points. In my opinion, this line is a little bit high. Very rarely you'll see um, teams that are um, uh, of the caliber of the Bulls uh, being given that many points at home. Um, in my opinion, this does look like the bookmakers attempt to get money on Chicago here with the plus 6. Um, Checking the injury report, you see there's nothing significant here. Caruso, which is on the report, he is listed as probable, so he probably will play. So they're pretty much at full strength. Um, Boston, no new injuries. So this does look like a game that uh, is interesting to me for a possible bet on the Celtics. The next game we got Brooklyn at Memphis. Over here I had Memphis favored by 3.5 points. My estimates over here the bookmakers are giving them 1 point. Um, Very very low line in my opinion. If you take in consideration the type of basketball we've seen from each of these two teams so far this season, the Nets have split um, their first couple games, but have struggled There has been a struggle. Uh, there is some chemistry issues. They are streaky. Um, it's just nothing really, really solid here, which makes this line a little more strange in my eyes. The Grizzlies at home and one of the top teams in the West, a -1 is a big. There's a big discrepancy between the 3.5 that I had this estimated. So, as per my system, what we do is we want to stay away from the line that we believe that the bookmakers are trying to get us to put our money on, and we take the other side. In this case, Brooklyn with the +1. The next game, we got San Antonio at Minnesota. Minnesota's coming off a game last night. They beat the Thunder handily on the road. Coming back, starters didn't play too many minutes. There shouldn't be too much of a fatigue factor here. The Spurs have won two straight on the road. They beat Indiana um, in the first game of the road trip, and they got a big win against the Sixers uh, in a couple nights ago. We do know that the Spurs are most likely going to be one of the worst teams in the West. Uh, we should get some good betting opportunities with them, but tonight does not look like it'll be one of those nights. I had Minnesota favored by 9. Over here, it's 8.5. Pretty accurate, pretty straightforward. So we'll stay away. Utah and Houston. Utah, I had Utah favored by 4. They are on a back-to-back. They got a win at the almost at the buzzer yesterday against the Pelicans on the road. Very big win for the Jazz. They started the season 3-0, unexpected in my opinion. If you've seen my team previews, I do not expect the Jazz uh, to be even in the playoff picture this year, even though they have been playing with a lot of energy and have started off the season very well. The Rockets are a young team, very energetic, rested, have not played yesterday, uh, which does make this line a little bit suspicious, in my opinion. Uh, there is the factor of a back-to-back. Utah does have some older players, like Mike Conley, Rudy Gay, and a couple of others. Um, Interesting. I will be looking at this game mostly for a bet on the live. I want to see if Utah does have their legs under them, and if we get a good line during the game or a second half line, we'll take a closer look at it. Denver at Portland. Portland got a big win yesterday against the Lakers. Well, big because they continued their streak. They're 3-0 now in the season, but beating the Lakers nowadays doesn't seem like that big of an accomplishment. Uh, the Nuggets, after dropping their season over to Utah, picked up a couple of wins. They beat Golden State, nice win on the road, and they also took care of Oklahoma City at home. And their third game of the season, they are 2-1. As if you've seen my team previews, you'll understand that I'm very high on the Nuggets. I do have them finishing as the top seed in the West. Uh, but in this game, it is very difficult to bet against a team that is on a roll. The Blazers have won 3 in a row. I do not like betting against teams that are on winning streaks. Um, so this game, also my estimate, I did have Denver as a -4. It's 4.5. It's very close. So I can't say that we have any kind of real edge here. So that was a quick look at all the 8 games. Let's do another very quick recap and see what our games of interest are. Indiana and Philly, 12.5. I had them at 12. We're not going to touch anything with the Sixers, at least not yet. Orlando, New York should be a competitive game, but it could go either way. This looks like something like a game that Orlando could even win straight up, could even get blown out. So we're not going to risk any money on that game. Toronto, Miami. Um, Gonna wait and see what Scotty Barnes' status is and any possible line movement towards the game. So nothing as of now. The Celtics and the Bulls. This does interest me. A bet on the Celtics. The -6 is a little inflated in my opinion, which should cause a lot of money, well, most of the money to come in on the Bulls, getting 6 points. So our first game of interest is on the Celtics. Also, the next game, Memphis and Brooklyn, we see the 2.5 point difference from my estimation to what the odds makers are giving us. I will be looking at Brooklyn, at getting a bet on Brooklyn here with the +1. This is our second game of interest. San Antonio, Milwaukee, and Minnesota, excuse me. Um, Nothing here. I had this at -9. We're getting 8.5. No edge. Utah and Houston. I will be looking at something during the live or a second half. Denver and Portland. I will also be leaving this one alone. So we are looking at Boston and Brooklyn. Boston and Brooklyn are our two games of interest. Plus, we'll also be taking a look at the live here with a possible bet on the Rockets. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much for today. If you like my analysis, hit the like button. Uh, Share this video if you have friends that you think might be interested in this type of analysis. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already to get alerts when I do my daily analysis. And also in the description below, check out one of my Viber chat. Check out my Viber chat, my Telegram channel, or my Discord channel for betting alerts on live. And yeah, that's it for today. Um, on whatever you guys decide to do today, whatever side you like, whatever you end up taking. Wish you good luck, and we'll be back with more again tomorrow. See you guys.